Köszönöm a szót, elnök úr. In less than a week's time, Serbia will embark on the historic journey which should bring the largest country of the Western Balkans into the fold of the EU. The first EU-Serbia Intergovernmental Conference will take place on 21st January. It marks a symbolic opening of the accession talks with Serbia. Serbia chose to maintain a hostile stance on the Kosovo issue as Prime Minister Dačić stretched out a hand to his Kosovo counterpart Hašim Tači. By signing the April agreement, Serbia opened the way for a full normalisation of relations with Kosovo. There is much more to be done, but the first step was crucial and by far the most difficult. Further progress with regard to this issue will be closely followed through Chapter 35 of accession talks. I would like to take this opportunity to thank High Representative Catherine Ashton for all the work she has done to make sure Serbia and Kosovo would come to an agreement. She played a crucial role. Special thanks to Commissioner Füle as well, who kept the pace of the integration process against all odds. The Serbian government has shown a proactive attitude in the fight against systemic corruption in the country. My report cautiously welcomes these first steps in the efforts to establish a genuine rule of law in the country. I want to reiterate that this is not about Serbia's formal membership in the EU. It is all about the journey towards Brussels and an effective implementation of the EU-related reforms. This will be at times a long, difficult and challenging process. I urge the Serbian political elite to forge a strong consensus on the strategic issues related to the accession process and to reach out to civil society, whose contributions to the reform process and to its transparency are essential. The reform of the judiciary, which will be the topic of Chapter 23, remains the core issue. In order to ensure smooth negotiations of this chapter, Serbia will need to establish a track record on high-profile corruption cases. Serbia needs to demonstrate that all of Milosevic's Secret Service crimes have been cleared and resolved. The political background of the assassination of Prime Minister Zoran Đinđić must be solved once and for all, as Serbia cannot afford to have this shadow over the credibility and stability of its institutions. Other state-sponsored crimes need to be solved too. Serbia has an underestimated human and economic potentials which at last be encouraged to develop. After decades of isolation, Serbia has abandoned the self-defeating approach to challenges it has faced in the past. Serbia's success in the accession process will encourage the neighbouring countries to step up their reforms efforts in their turn. Serbia is taking up a transformative role, turning from a regional maverick into an integration leader, and I am absolutely certain that the EU will not be a whole until the last country of the Western Balkans joins the Union. I hope that by the end of this next term of the European Parliament we will be much closer to this goal. Köszönöm.